dummy. Yeah, and a bird can't get none from me. Nope. Yeah, heavy hitter, big spender. Yeah, I know your man a quitter, he don't deliver. Yeah, I know my ex-chica, I don't miss her. Yeah, I know Pia Shatta, he got the missiles. I gotta go. Steak next to my fettuccine. Your girl told me you wanna be me. I'm MJ mixed with some of Kobe. Forget the makeup, just come to Poppy. Go. I've been, man, stealing a lot of y'all chicks. I'm the definition of started from the bottom. Yeah, I got it out the mud. Yeah, I got it from the bricks. Real big beast. Yeah, I'm something like a pit. You a hater or a rat? Man, you make me sick. Collect big crew. You ain't messing with the click. Since she got what? Lying through her lips. Dummy.
I got a feeling I know what type of woman you are. In my heart, shit, I knew it from the start. It's like my car broke and I'm a mechanic, baby, I need parts. This is my art. To be the man I'm destined to be and give you my art. Hey, the rise of a star, yeah. Hey, Keys, J, hey, look, we are the perfect match, and it's lit on a night like this. Girl, we vamping. You that spark in the dark, keeping me afloat. Know it's art, know it's art with a fire. You been asking, log in my sight, bet I can lay the wood like I'm camping or camping. I mean, only if you want that to happen. Yeah, I gotta wait with words, but since I'm a pro now, my verbs direct or about action. But I ain't acting, I need every single part of you, down to your molecules, including every atom. Like ghetto concrete, girl, we can get it cracking. Houdini in the bed, there's magic on the mattress. Late romance and make her create fathoms when I'm dancing. Close to the open ocean, hoping she throw a tantrum, just so we can fuck again. Nah, I mean love again. Let me do you right tonight so you can trust again. Man of your dream, shopping with your mother name that you need. Word to us, should I love a friend? Had enough, I ain't stopping till you come again. Real shit, I just wanna be here to death like come again. Yeah, girl, like come again. Listen, real life. A girl like you, or my life only come true like once in a lifetime. Past nights on my life on the phone at night. Past nights moonlight, cause you shine in the nighttime. Past nights body right, got niggas blood like a vampire. Call gorilla soul, tryna bite down. Call us through O2, like how the mic sound. Other rappers can't, don't fuck on my lifestyle. Why?
Mama told me about women like you. Why am I attracted to women like you? Why I get distracted by women like you? This shit just be like practice to women like you. They slice me like it's fresh as those women like you. I know the only reason you hit is to cry too. Why I always fall for these bitches like you? You worry about what I do. Bitch, you got hoes like I do.
But I don't use those when I lay the pipe down. Make it nasty, my T-raw like Tiger. That might sound like the move for right now. But you know I gotta switch it up. Let me get off my chest how my ex let me crush when I thought shit was popping in the 7-up in the clouds. My spam to a frown, my ups to the downs. Niggas on a block, on a lot, that's a spot. Telling me she Tupac, get around. Fuck I'ma do now, nigga stuck, I done drown. And my tears, think I had dedicated love for the years. Did you dig the exact shit I feel? You fell in love with another man. After that shit, I thought I'd never love again. The one time I thought I could trust a friend with my heart, even though it was on my sleeve. Friend, don't let it lean like a tree in the fall. I done fall in the dark, let me bleed through my thoughts. Rest in peace to the us that was never meant to be. I'm in all still, kinda hard to believe that this all real. Just a story I'm expressing to all peers. That is true indeed, even love kills. But with time, injuries will all heal. Yeah, and that's real. Not a kid running shit like a relay. My real niggas gon' put this on replay. Switching lanes, bumping music on the freeway. Spit a verse, then I'm getting laid. The freeway. Now my exes want the clout like E-Day, but I ain't playing no games like Breeze. Salute to you and the niggas you gave leeway. Through all the pain, I now smell and say, fuck V-Day, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, adults of all nationalities and ethnicities. Welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. Y'all missed us. We're back in the building, and I'm Dante Payne, who's gonna be live and smooth tonight with y'all as we get it cracking, and we gonna jump right into our baseball because we got a lot of exciting news. Let's start out with the young Tatis with the $340 million deal, 14-year deal. And he's actually a pretty young bloke. He was pretty good, decent hitter. He was one of the powerhouses of Slam Diego. So he was one of those things because he pretty much hit a home run in every game. And when I say young, I think it was in his second year. Yeah, I believe he's in his second year. My bad, it's Fernando Tatis. He only 22 years old and he already got a 14-year deal of $340. And that was the biggest deal thus far this offseason. So, big ups on that. Big ups. We had a couple more off-season moves going on with the baseball field, you know. And spring training has kicked off too. So Sox are in Glendale right now. They're open up. Have like Capacho or Crockett as opening day pitchers for training camp, the spring training camp, or the Cactus League, as some people call it, as we're gonna have 162 game season for baseball. So that's what's up. We also had a couple more off-season trades on the north side. So yeah, with the Cubs. Just give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just actually pulling up my notes because I gotta forget what I wrote. And it happens from time to time, but yeah. So the Cubs, you know, after the Jared Pollard thing, they forced the MLB change their harassment. They changed their conduct on harassment policy. And then Cubs gonna look at things differently when they hire somebody. They go look into the whole, you dig, the big, yeah. So, with that being said, we have more transactions that happened during the offseason. Left-handed pitcher Jake McGee is leaving the Dodgers for rival Giants. And he was 28-23 with a 3.59 ERA, 456 saves in 45 appearances. So that's a little low-key steal for them. That ERA is pretty decent at a decent level, and he's got a winning record. That's a good pitcher there. We had Jonathan Villar and Mets. They reach a 1-year deal. They also sign, but they also lose outfielder Adam DeVoe, who's joining Miami. So they end up signing Villar because of that. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the MLB and MLBPA finally came to agreement where if it's a doubleheader, it's going to be 7-inning doubleheaders back and a run on second to start off the extra innings. But they were not bringing back the extended playoff, which I thought was a good day that they should have brought that back. But they did agree on that, so we're going to have a full season with the doubleheaders being 7 innings, runners on second and extra innings. So that's that. And The Marlins will allow 25% of fans in their stadiums when the season opens up in April. So that's good for them on that part. 25% of the capacity. It's probably 50,000 fans. Moving on with more transactions. Rockies signed slugger first baseman C.J. Cron to a mighty-year deal. Who he last played for the A's, I believe it was. I think I may have mixed it up, but that gives you a veteran slugger since you already got rid of your star player, so you need a veteran. Whew. Excuse me. A signed a one-year deal to Yashimiro Peck and also signed Sergio Romomo. And then Mariners also signed James Paxton to a one-year deal. And y'all know Justin Turner is staying put with the Dodgers 2-year deal worth $34 million on that. So he's staying put where he is. He's not going nowhere. Despite all the trade rooms that you had, he's staying put. He ain't going nowhere. So that probably is a win for the Dodgers. But, we'll see as that goes on. See what goes on, what comes around. Dun, dun. And if y'all tuning in, y'all can catch this on YouTube at DONPE1. So that's Don P E1 on YouTube, or you can look up Dragon Jump Pro as well as B-Ray Marketing Media on social media. So check us out. If you missed the show, it will also be on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Spotify. So just look up Dragon Sports Live or type in Dragon Jump Productions or Dragon Jump Pro, and you shall find what you're looking for in that order, in that way. Tampa Bay, now moving on with more MLB, like I said, off-season signings and transaction. New York Mets outfielder who just was invited to spring training is retiring from pro baseball. So he's going to stick to announcing and being an analyst full-time versus playing baseball, even though he wanted to fulfill his dream and go to the majors. So he's calling it quits. And it's after he just hit his first home run. And it's been 5 years? Yeah. Yeah, he been in the league for 5 years. So, he's done. He works for SVC Network, like I said, as a football analyst during off season. He played 77 games at baseball's highest minor league level. Batting 163 with 4 home runs and finished the career with a 2.2 and over 287 games. So he's going to be doing that full time. Congrats on that. Welcome back to the booth. That's all I would say. And we have an injury update. Athletic catcher Sean Murphy will miss several weeks after surgery for a collapsed lung. So he won't be ready for training camp. He'll be out. Probably he'll be ready closer to opening day, but he'll be out for several weeks while that collapsed lung heals. And then newfound pitcher Blake Snell is excited to face rival Los Angeles Dodgers pitch deeper in games. And in other news, New York Mets. New York Mets. Luis Rojas condemns actions of fired coach Ryan Ellis. Which we knew that was going. What you get fired for again? Oh, he directed low comments to them in person and via text. Oh. Well, it is what it is. But anyways, I started dancing a little bit. We're going to give you some more music here on Dragon Sports Live. Next up is... we got more Keys J for you guys coming up. So I'm excited for that. We got some new Nobi coming up for you guys. And yeah, I'm excited for that. And we also got some rough August coming up for you guys too. But before first, check out the new True Hood. His new album, Working on Me. Why 4 minutes? So check it out. You're on Dragon Sports Live.
Time on the clock, tick tock. I think I lost the she's walking away. Tick tock, I'm losing my babe. Cheaters, a deceiver, heartbreakers, and I won't put your back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cars, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. And I'm doing bad in life. A cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't put your back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, and the dog. I want it all. Need nothing but tick-tock, time on the clock. Tick-tock, I think I lost the shot. Tick-tock, she's walking away. Tick-tock, I'm losing my babe.
Welcome back to another edition of Jockey Sports Live. If you just tuning in, that last song you just heard is Y4 Minute by True Hood. Check them out, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your music. So check them out. Good song, got a little 4-minute beat in there, plus a little, it's like a cross of Anthony Hamilton and Avant. And that's what I get from when I hear that song. So, check that out. We got other news going on. We got a lot of NFL news too. So, let's get it cracking. Let's go right into that, that young NFL news that we got going on. So, let's start with the Houston Texans. Their president, Jamie Roots, he resigns. Like, he didn't like the direction of the team. And on top of that, they agreed to release J.J. Watt. So, first it was Watson wanted a trade. But then you got people saying the coach, like, the reason why I came here is because Watson was here. Now that Watson wants out, it's like people are falling apart, especially on the inside. That's why Jamie resigned. That's why J.J. Watt wanted to release. And you already got rid of Kenny Stills and D-Hop. So it's like, that's why you got a lot of people that wants to be gone, that wants to be free. And I don't know, like, I really feel like the Bears should go after him, go after Watson and make things right, to make the possible pick that y'all passed up on come to life, come to Chicago. And we'll talk about more about the Bears in a second because you got another person that's involved with that. But that's something that I would like to see. Like, go after Watson. And since I'm talking about the Bears, yeah, go out to Watson, but do not go out to Wentz. It's still drama going around with Carson Wentz, but it's like you don't need to basically. I don't think Wentz wants to walk into a situation where you already have his former backup, Nick Foles, there, and I really don't think he want to go back into that situation. He want to go where he's the man, not the potential person going to replace him and stuff like that, or he coming in as a backup. Sometimes you have to just suck it up and play. Like, you had trouble, you had troubles and you struggled, so it's like, take a seat back. You think Cam gonna be doing it? Cam is willing to play and showing that he still has it. He hasn't contemplated retirement or anything like that. He's showing you that he still has what it takes to be that dude, that man. So, take a seat back, relax, use off-season chill, take a chill pill, and, yeah, get it in that way. And speaking of Bears, we also hired Pattentine. We hired Pattentine as the defensive assistant. Senior defensive assistant. I couldn't get the right term now. Now I got it out. So, and, Trevor Lawrence had a successful shoulder injury on a torn ligament that's in his Noah Thorne shoulder, which remind me, it's the exact same injury that Mitchell Trubisky had that caused him to miss a couple games. Trevor Lawrence was able to throw a couple good deep ball passes with that without really bothering him too much. So, and that was his pro day because, you know, things is different for his combine stuff this year. So he was able to show that before his surgery, and that's before the surgery. So that's a little message to Trubisky. Like, if you get that liver thing again, you should be able to play through it. And that's what I think. You'll be able to do that. So, it is what it is. Former NFL wideout Antoine Randall will coach the Detroit Lions wide receivers. So, he's back in the NFL. And if y'all don't remember him, Randall was an offensive assistant with Tampa Bay the past 2 seasons, helping the team win the Super Bowl. So, and he played 9 years in the NFL with Pittsburgh and Washington, 143 games with 71 starts, caught 370 passes for 4,467 yards and 15 touchdowns. He was also a returner for part of his career with 26 returns for 288 yards and a touchdown. So he also played quarterback in the college at Indiana. So, and he was an athletic AD at Virginia Academy that he helped start. So he's the latest NFL player to join the Lions coaching staff, along with head coach Dan Campbell and offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn, the DC Aaron Glenn, and quarterback coach Mark Brunell and Deuce Staley, and Hake Friendly as offensive line coach and defensive assistant Kevin Shepard. So that's what's up. Yeah, that's really what's up. And you know, Jaguars got backlash because the Chris Doyle thing, but then which caused Chris Doyle to decline the position one day after he got offered the position, just because of all the backlash. He didn't want that, and there was a lot of backlash when he was at Iowa. So it's like he declined that. He don't want no part of that, and it didn't look good on the team. Like, y'all got somebody that racially discriminated and had those against him, even though he despised that. But it just didn't look good at all for a team. So, you know, that's that. What's going to happen with Big Ben? So right now, the GM for Pittsburgh, Lukewarm, says Big Ben's our quarterback for now. Would they trade him, or would they bench him, or would they get somebody free agency? And we don't know. We shall find out. League year starts in March, and we'll find out who should be waived and who should be tagged, who should be released. Speaking of release, Panthers released former 2-time Pro Bowler Kawan Short. Due to the last 2 seasons, he only played 5 games, battling with injury. One was a shoulder injury. So they released him. And he was the best player, has played a combined 5 games over the past 2 seasons. And was cut short by season-ending because he had back-to-back years where he had season-ending surgery. So it's like, nah, they just said, we're going to cut you. He may be a pickup, like, if he get another chance, he may be a good steal for other teams. So, we shall see. And then either the Panthers might resign right tackle Taylor Moulton to a long-term deal or use the franchise tag on him while working a deal out. His tag is projected to be approximately about $13.6 million. And then, you know, it is what it is. It is a business, so it's like you didn't really help the team the past 2 seasons. You did in the 5 games you played, but they needed you long term. They needed you to be around it, and you had 2 season-ending shoulder surgery. So it's like, yeah. And then we also had drama with Seattle. Seattle been wanting, well, Russell Wilson been wanting, he wants to change. Like, he didn't say he wanted to change teams, but he wants to change because he's been sacked the most in the NFL, and he's tired of getting sacked, so he wants to change in the front line, like, so he don't get knocked down and sacked. Because, like I said, he's been sacked the most in the NFL league, which is kind of crazy. So, that's that. But you know, what's up, my good peoples? We gonna give y'all some more music here on Dragon Sports Live. I'm gonna grab some water. And then I'm gonna go into it and talk some more. That's how we gonna do it. Right? So,
I've been believing for you a long time. I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Been hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. I've been believing for you a long time. I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying. Been hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. My sister don't love him like I do. So when I try to, started kicking like Ryu. So I gotta do what I gotta do. Can't run from it. Can't run from it. Can't run from it. Can't have an attitude like I don't want none of it. Gotta pray to God that she come from it. I know that my God is there. My God is ain't no faking that. While waiting for breakthrough, bear grapefruit, break Satan back. Declare word over my house. Get the prayer hard with my spouse. Expose the devil in his hideouts. Tell the church it's time to ride out. Intercede, watch them intervene. They don't wanna listen. Got us in their dreams. Happened to me when I was in them streets. Know my mama then was all on their knees. Now I do it for y'all. Now I do it for y'all. If you love them, get involved. If you love them, get involved. Be aggressive, make the call. Pray the grace of the Lord to break your fall. Oh Lord, I'm believing for come around. True repentance and turn around. True repentance and turn around. Before you lay underground, hear the trumpet and thunder sound. I put a prayer up through hell and high water, the air up there. It's what we be seated with Christ undefeated. Please know that He cares. I've been believing for Please know that I care. Oh yeah, I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Been hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. I've been believing for you a long time. I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying. Been hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you.
Some are lost and some are bound. Some serious and some are clowns. Some pimping, some selling bounds. Some are up and some are down. Some swimming and some will drown. Some nobody, some renowned. Praying for those who are bound. Young Shay Shay by 17. Wanna know what love really means. Got with dude by twice her age. Got her pregnant, gave her age. Met Jesus and she got saved. Talk about a turnaround. God healed her and baby too. Don't tell me what God won't do. Shay Shay is on fire now, praying her friends will come around. Got her baby daddy saved and his wife that was brave. Funny what you can do when you covered in the love of God. It will be so easy when before somehow it was hard. My God, continue to use me, Lord, so one day you'll be using them. No a soldier when I see one, so one day you'll be choosing them. Won't stop building your kingdom until the day you come around. Anxiously anticipating the day that you coming down.
I've been so patient praying for you. I've been so patient praying for you. Been hoping you come around for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. been your cameraman for a long time. I got a plan in place just for you. I got a plan in place just for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. I got a plan in place just for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a plan in place just for you.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. If you just tuned in, yes, I got chocolate in my mouth, but welcome back. You can catch this. I'm Dante Payne. You can catch this show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can even catch it on YouTube at DONPE1, or you can just type in Dragon Jump Productions or Dragon Sports Live or Dragon Jump Pro in your YouTube browser. I'm sorry about that. The chocolate got stuck at the roof of my mouth. I'm sorry, y'all. So I got more NFL news for you. Y'all know those young twins? One was with the Chargers and one was with the Steelers. Them Pouncey boys. They announced their retirement after one was drafted in 2010, one was drafted in 2011. Came to the decision like it's been a long road in a heartfelt message on Instagram. But that's cutting they announced their retirement. Even it was kind of weird because the Steeler Pouncey, he basically wasn't going to retire until after Big Ben retired, but they decided to retire, hang it up. So best of luck to you on your endeavors. And Raiders also plan to release Terrell Williams when the league year starts. Hasn't been really productive. They also been getting a lot of help out of their rookies that they drafted. Henry Ruggs III, Aguilar may take that spot. So they're gonna plan. It's expected that he will be released at the start of the year, which starts in March, by the way. And then Northwestern hires Raiders DB coach Jim O'Neil as defensive coordinator. So, congratulations on him. Welcome. Hope you got your winter jacket because it's slightly cold here versus there. So, grab your coat. Make sure you buy your coat from the place you're going, which is Evanston. But, welcome. Washington football team, or WFT, had extended Taylor Haneke. He get a 2-year deal after his performance that he did in the playoffs. He gets a 2-year deal, and big looks on the endeavors. But it is what it is. He did play well. They made means of it. Heineke time. Heineke, yeah. But, moving on. Now, in NBA news. So, we start with WNBA. Atlanta Dream Renee Montgomery retires after 11 seasons. She had a heartfelt career. And then the Storm add former Chicago Sky forward Candace Dupree. At the same time, Crystal Langhorne retires after 13 seasons. So we had a couple retirements in the WNBA. LA Sparks signed for Amanda Zahawi B, who averaged 9 points, 8.5, and 1.2 blocks. In place of, Candace Parker coming home to Chicago, where she's from. So, they end up signing that. Las Vegas Aces, who is now owned by the the Las Vegas Raiders, now owns the Aces as well. They signed Waquana Williams. And then we had a couple things that happened in NBA right now. Like, if you're watching the Bulls game, do you know that the Bulls are up 91-89 after they was battling back from an 18-point deficit? That's when I last looked at it. It was they had an 18-point deficit, but they're now up 94-89 in that game. So if y'all looking at that, it's a good game. They're going back and forth, tick for top, with 2 minutes to go left in the game. So yeah, that's happening. On top of that, we got a lot of other drama happening. So you had, anytime you see Draymond Green is a very passionate and adamant person, but he had every right to be that way, and I do agree with the comments he said. Like, it flip-flops. Like, the league wants the players to do this and that, but when it comes to the players who are professional or who actually do that, they can't do nothing. So, like, Andre Drummond, for instance, they basically not going to play him. Like, he was suited up, ready to go, but then they basically say, oh, you're not going to play today because we're planning to trade you, which is kind of stupid, because then he comes out respectfully in street clothes when he was ready to go. But then talking about we're not going to play because they got Jared Allen, who's younger, of course, and they was like, oh, since Jared Allen's going to take the bulk of your minutes, you're going to be limited minutes, so we're not going to play you until we get you traded. That's not, in a way, I think that's really not fair, because y'all know his trade value, y'all know what it's worth, y'all know what it is, and you shouldn't just sit him. You should play him a little bit more, but make sure he stays healthy. So when y'all trade him, he'll be able to go to that team. Not, mid games, he suited up, and then y'all decide to just sit him. Nah, that right there, yeah, that ain't unfair. Same thing with Blake Griffin. He's sitting out until they loan the trade, but both parties agree on that. But it's just like, at the same time, a person who didn't ask for a trade, who didn't ask for anything, y'all decided to say, oh yeah, we're gonna trade you. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's when I look at that and be like, oh, I didn't ask to be traded. I didn't want to be traded. So I get what Draymond Green's coming from, and I totally agree with what he was saying. Cause like, with trade, you had Rose go back to the Knicks for Dennis Smith Jr. for the Pistons. And I say Rose is still looking good, and he's mentoring the young guard. So it's like, that's a win for Rose. Son assigned the number 10th draft pick, Jalen Smith, to the G League. Feel like he's not quite yet ready, so they assigned him to the G League and let him perform there, especially because they've been performing very well thus far, and felt like it wasn't a need to have him right this second. So he is assigned to the G League. The next will be, in their next game, they will be without KD versus the Lakers, and Kyrie's problem. And then, All-Star game's coming up, so it was already just announced that Jazz coach Snyder will be the coach in the West All-Star game. So big ups to him like that. And then y'all know, we always loom of people who should probably retire or close to retiring. The big man for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love, he's nearing a return as he participates in practice. Took part in most of the practice for the Cavaliers on Wednesday, moving to 5-time All-Star, closer to playing after missing most of the season with a calf injury. He's been out since December 27, when he aggravated calf strain. He initially occurred in the team's exhibition opener. So he's been out then, but it's good to see him coming back. But I feel like he's been injured a lot lately, so. And that would provide a good boost. Because, like I said, the situation with Andre Drummond, that would provide a good boost at center position, and he can also stretch the floor. So let's see. And then this weather's been crazy. Everybody, we've been having crazy weather. So snow causes travel delays for Portland Trail Blazers as well as Oklahoma City Thunder. Both are planning to travel later Wednesday afternoon for games to be played in other cities Wednesday night. So let's check that out. And speaking of Westbrook, did y'all see what Westbrook came? If y'all was watching the games today, came in with a raincoat on. And I just was like, oh, okay. It's not raining yet. Could save that. But, oh, okay. So, hey, let's check it out. If you got other games on today, so we do have the Heat versus the Warriors, and that is 10-13 right now with the Heat leading with 7:28 left in the first quarter. Hawks beat the Celtics 122-114 as your final, in the Sixers 118-113. And then Thunder Grizzlies 56-57 with the Grizzlies leading the way. So stay tuned for another edition of Dragon Sports Live. You can catch me. You can also catch Brandon Murray. Here, same bat station, same channel, same voice. Check us out. With that being said, peace out.